Hi, I'm going to show you how to fix your telescoping handle on a set of luggage. It's pretty simple. Usually the problem that happens with these types of extending handles is that the inner poles of either of these arms here comes loose from the socket or the hole that's inside of the handle itself. So I'll show you that as we go on. Before you do that though, you might want to really make sure that the handle needs repair, because sometimes the buttons, in this case in the center of the handle, actually gets a little stuck, and there's really no problem within the handle itself or the telescoping arms. You just have to kind of massage the button so that it's actually engaging with the poles that you'll see in a minute that are inside the rods themselves. So try to jimmy that free, and you might be able to loosen it and extend it or push it down as needed. But let's assume that there's a problem with the handle. You're going to need a Phillips screwdriver, and I have found that the two screws that are holding the handle to the telescoping rods are pretty easy to take out. The screws are not, they're only pushed into some plastic, so all you need to do is remove these two screws. And they come out real easy. And then you're going to have to kind of work the handle free by lifting up on each end, and you'll pull it free like this. Now the first thing I want you to do is look inside the handle. There's two openings on either end of it, and you can see that as you push the button from inside on the side of the handle, there are two pieces of plastic inside the holes here, and inside the center of each of those pieces of plastic is a little hole. Those holes need to be connected to these rods that are sitting inside the handle frame here, okay? Because what happens is the button, when pushed, will force those two pieces of plastic, which usually have these rods sticking in them, down. And by pushing down on it, you can see that that's what actually allows the telescoping rods to go up and down. So what's probably happened in this particular case is that one of those rods came out of the little hole that's in the handle. And so we just need to put it back in there. With the handle off, there's two ways to repair the luggage. If you can, and I've done it both ways, you need to take each of the poles that are inside the frame of the luggage handle and find the little hole in the plastic that's in the handle and insert it like this. Okay? And if you can do this and have them stay there, then that's probably the easiest way to do it. And then just lower the handle onto the frame and attach the screws. Okay? But sometimes it's difficult, given the make of the handle itself, to keep those two poles in the holes at the same time and also attach it to the handle frame. So the other thing you can do is take these poles out of the frame and insert them into the holes outside of the frame handle area itself. This makes it easier to, you're going to want to push the button on the handle too to expose the hole in the plastic while you're putting these in, so that you can get them both in there like this. And then simply put the little plastic pieces that are at the bottom of each of these poles back into the frame itself. With the two plastic pieces at the end of the rods back into the frame, slide it down, and you're going to want to keep control of the handle so that those poles don't slide out of the handle itself, because remember, they're in those little holes in the plastic pieces. And slide it down over the frame as easily as you can. Once you have the handle back on the frame, go ahead and reinsert the screws, making sure obviously to align the handle with the holes that are in the frame handle itself, and then tighten them up with your Phillips screwdriver. Be sure not to over tighten them because you'll probably strip the plastic or whatever's holding this thing in, and then you'll never be able to keep those screws in. The button, obviously, as you're working with this, once you get the handle back on the frame, should be in the up position so that you can press it down. And now your handle will go up and down freely. And that's how you fix a luggage handle